Welcome back to Exclusive Diaries, your gateway to captivating stories, hidden secrets, and extraordinary journeys. Join me as we dive into the pages of life's most exclusive diaries, uncovering untold tales and unraveling mysteries. Get ready for an adventure filled with wonder, inspiration, and intrigue. Welcome to Exclusive Diaries, where the extraordinary awaits.
In the labyrinth of love, decisions can be agonizing, and the consequences of our choices can leave us questioning our own hearts. Today, we embark on a journey of self-reflection and introspection, as we explore the story titled "I Broke Up with My Cheating Boyfriend, but I Think I Regret It." I broke up with my cheating boyfriend, but I think I regret it. Basically, 2 weeks ago, I found out my boyfriend of 6 years was cheating on me by sexting other people on Snapchat, Instagram and Reddit. He asked for nudes, sent nudes, they weren't actually of him but whatever, had video calls with other people and even reached out to people that host in our city and went as far as to get their address to meet up and receive sexual services. When I found out, I kept it to myself because I had to plan how to move forward. It was eating me up inside, and a part of me really wanted to ignore it and not believe it was all true. We had just signed a lease for our next apartment and we were moving the next week, today. Throughout the week I would bring up topics of cheating, sexting other people and things like that without directly saying I knew his secrets. I wanted to see if he would come clean. I gave him many opportunities, and every time he would look right into my eyes and swear he'd never do anything like that to me. I confronted him on Friday and again gave him multiple opportunities to tell me the truth and he denied. I brought up the receipts I had of everything and he slowly started admitting to things, but not fully. He told me he never met up with anyone, but I don't know if I believe him after everything I had learned about him that week. It felt like he was a complete stranger to me. That night I told him he had to find a place to sleep and that he had the weekend to get his things out of our apartment. By this time I had already told my parents and 2 close friends everything. They helped me throughout the whole lead up to me confronting him. My heart aches and I'm so hurt by all of this. I loved our relationship and it felt like things were going really well. This year has been extremely hard for me, but I always had him to make my days better. Little did I know he was sexting other people days after I got laid off, when I'd work late at a job I hated, when I was at the dentist, a day after my uncle passed away and even the day after he visited my hometown for the first time and met more of my family. We've talked a few times after it happened both in person and through text. I can see how much regret and shame he has for the things he's done. He's now realizing what he's lost and what he took for granted. He wouldn't be where he is in life without me, and he's told me that a million times. Yet he still did this to me? He says I'm the love of his life and that he doesn't want to lose me. I keep going back and forth in my head on whether or not I made the right decision. I miss him so much and I just want to be in his arms. Could we have talked about it and figured something out? We could have done couples therapy maybe? But would that have made the same impact on him as me breaking things off and kicking him out? Do we need some time apart to work on ourselves and then see if we can make things work? Maybe this could make our relationship stronger in the future? I don't know. This is my first breakup with my first ever relationship, so I don't know what to think. My judgment feels so clouded by my love for him, so I came to Reddit. Story 2. Found out my fiancé cheated on me a year ago through an Instagram DM. Title says it all, I guess. We've been together for 3.5 years, we got engaged in August 2022. We have literally had the perfect relationship, or I thought we did. We never argue, we communicate really well, and I have never felt more love. Until today. My job is really strict about using our phones on the clock. So we can only use them on our 20-minute break and then they're supposed to be turned off and you can't use it until you're in your car. So I go on break and have multiple comments on Instagram posts from some random account that says check your DMs, so I go to my DM requests and there it is. Anonymous account, some girl tells me about how she and my fiancé hooked up at a festival summer of 2022. She gave details, mentioned his car, the CD that was in the side of the door, and what they did. She said she didn't realize until after, when she looked him up on Instagram, that he was in a relationship. She said she was sorry it took so long for her to tell me. I had just started eating my lunch when I saw it all and felt immediately sick. I screenshotted it and sent it to him, asking that he be fully honest and that I love him. He was asleep when I texted, so I said I wouldn't be able to see his messages, and that I would call him after work. I cut my break early because I knew if I sat there any longer staring at the message that I would break down. I threw my food in my lunchbox and went back to work. I thought about it the next 7 hours of my shift. I finally got done and knew I didn't want to see what he had to say, so I asked if there were any other tasks I could help with. I stayed at work another hour and was finally told to just go home. I got to the car and looked. He admitted to everything, that he made a huge mistake and that it had weighed on his heart ever since it happened. He said he respected whatever I wanted to do and that he would answer any questions I had. I cried for 30 minutes before I could even leave the parking lot. I took his car to work today, and that CD the girl mentioned was sitting there in the door. We've been talking ever since I got home, and I can't tell any of my friends about this. I just needed to get it off my chest. Comment 1. So he lied to you for half a year and looked at your face each and every day and still chose not to tell you and give you no agency in your decision-making. He chose his wants when he cheated and when he lied instead of your heart or feelings or health. And now, when he was never going to tell you, he wants forgiveness? You know who he is, right? You know what he did. You know for half a year he chose every single day to lie. Comment 2. Somewhere on Reddit there is a story of a woman who left her husband 5 years after him cheating. She said that him cheating affected her so much that she could not make a decision about leaving him or not with a clear mind. She needed 5 years to heal from his cheating. When she asked him for a divorce, he could not understand why it took her 5 years, until he read her Reddit story and he understood the damage he had done to her. My conclusion, after many more stories about cheating and some personal experiences, is that cheating is a form of violence and it leaves damage in its wake. Only you can decide what you want to do about healing and forgiving him. But whatever you decide, do it for you and your mental, emotional, psychological and/or physical health.